Hey, what's going on, Leos? Butch here. Finally back. I had an abscess. Wisdom teeth coming in and it cracked, and my face was huge. I kind of look like that sloth guy from the Goonies. I don't know how many people actually seen that movie. I think a lot, but that's what I felt like. I mean, I didn't look like that, but I felt like it. But I'm back now, well rested. Got some medication. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Incromancy Tarot. A lot of you have already that watch me have you seen me use this deck, but anybody that hasn't, I can't say enough good things about this deck. I actually love the color. You know, it mixes tattoos and tarot together. Every card was designed by a different tattoo artist. It's such a unique deck. It's probably the most unique deck I've ever seen. And I love tattoos and I love tarot. So if you're into tarot, obviously you're watching this, so that was probably not the smartest thing to say, but if you're into doing tarot, or if you just like to collect tarot decks, is what I meant to say, this is definitely one you should get. All that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Leos? What's going on for Leos? All right, Leos. So the first thing that I see, Leos, is I feel like there's someone that you've been wanting. I don't feel like this is not someone new. You know, I feel like you've known this person. I feel like you may be friends with this person, or, you know, associate with this person. You may work with this person, go to school with this person. This is someone that you know. And I feel like this is someone that you've been wanting. Now, with this person, you know, I just feel like it may be timing that the reason why this hasn't moved forward. You know, it may be, you know, I feel like something's been stopping this from moving forward. And I feel like you have other options, but I feel like this one just kind of sticks out. You know, this is one that I feel like you've had a hard time letting go of. You know, something's been holding it back, though. Maybe not knowing how they feel. Maybe, you know, there's a lot of, you know, all I can see as what I see in front of me is there's been something in the way of this moving forward. But I feel like things are changing. You know, I feel like with this person, that the draw to this person it's almost like a weight. You know, there's something much more with this person than just that physical sense. I feel like in the beginning you may have been physically attracted to this person, but I feel like the more you see this person, you know, you just feel more of a connection. That connection keeps growing. Now, what you may not know, and I don't think you know, is this person's been hiding something from you. You know, they have some secrets. And those secrets, I feel like that's part of what's, there's some new motivation coming forward to change what's going on between the two of you. I feel like we both know there's something going on here. The person that you want, they want you. That's the secret. They're freeing themselves from that secret. That's what's changing. I do see this person finally breaking down those walls and finally coming forward. And I feel like, there is some new motivation. There is a catalyst that's going to change this, and it's going to change it forever. And even though you have other options, I feel like this person is done not going after what they want. They're done holding back. I feel like this person, you thinking about them, well, they've been fantasizing about you. And I feel like it began there. But just like you, I feel like there's something much more now. They're done fighting it. Like I said, I feel like they've been holding back. Their walls were up. There's that internal struggle. Whatever's been holding you away from each other, whatever's been in the middle of you guys, I feel like is becoming a non-issue. It's almost like the risk is worth the reward. Letting go of the things that no longer, are doing you any justice. This person thinks about you and only you, and I feel like it's the same way. So, like I said, the person that you want, they want you. You may not have seen it before. Like I said, I do feel like there has been a lot brewing between the two of you, but until we acknowledge it, it's not really even out there. I feel like there may have been some flirtatious energy because it did start more of a physical aspect. I feel like there was more of a sexual attraction to each other, but I feel like it moved into something more. Over time, it morphed into something much more. The connection that you have with this person is becoming much deeper. And like I said, they've been holding back what, how they felt, but they're not holding it back anymore. What they want is going to be very clear. I do feel like opening that communication with you, and like I said, I feel like it's almost like a weight's going to be lifted off the both of you. What I feel here is two people that are meant to be together, and for whatever reasons have been held apart. But those reasons, they're not holding you apart anymore. The potential here is way too high to ignore. It's worth the risk, like I said. I see a strong union coming between the two of you. I see a very serious offer. Once this moves forward, it's going to move forward very quickly. And it's because, like I said, it's like being around someone that you kind of always knew you were meant to be with and never really doing it. But when the moment comes for it to happen, it moves forward very quickly. Quick moving energy with that Knight of Swords. And like I said, this person's going to be very honest, and their honesty is going to make you very happy. Like I said, it's almost like you've been waiting for it. Even though you weren't really 100% sure that it was coming, part of you was waiting for it, and that's all part of that lover's card. It's something much deeper at play. And when you have a connection with someone like this, it's one of those things that it eggs at you until something happens. And like I said, moving forward, we're going to move forward very quickly. We have the Hierophant and we have the Four of Wands. I see a strong foundation, a strong union. This is something I don't feel like you were ever meant to walk away from. And it kind of goes into that saying, good things come to those who wait. Now with this person, not only do you get what you see here, but there's also a very protective energy this person has towards you. with that Emperor. Very mature, very, like I said, this is matured. Just like anything else, I feel like it's matured. I feel like it's grown. I feel like the connection you have with this person becomes more and more, evident as the days go by, until one day it's just something we can no longer ignore. Now, whatever's been holding you apart, like I said, it becomes a non-issue. They want to be with you. You want to be with them. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I just see it, like I said, it's a huge releasing ourselves from that cage, from that burden. And I feel like with that, the potential here is so much greater than we even first imagined. I mean, what I see here is two people that have really strong feelings for each other, but never express them to the fullest extent. But I see that's exactly what's about to happen. Breaking that silence, breaking that wall that has been between you is, just breaking that down. And I feel like, I see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of love, a lot of passion. Now with this person, not only are you getting someone that, like I said, we have that the Queen of Swords, someone that's very honest, someone that's dependable, someone that, is protective, but they're also someone that they don't want to get in your way. They like what they see for a reason. Sometimes we get with people and they want to change us. This person doesn't want to change you. This person wants to change with you. They want to grow with you. They want to be with you. Now with this person, we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have some Taurus. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. It happens more often than you know. I've seen it lots. I've heard it lots. I've gotten personals. I've gotten, emails of people saying that, they feel a certain way towards someone and they can't shake it. There's a reason why you can't shake it. You should never ignore that. I'm not going to say any names, but I have a good friend of mine that, he was with this girl for 4 or 5 years, and they had a kid together, and it was just, they had a kid very quickly, and they stayed together because of the kid, because he was trying to do the right thing. But, he quickly learned that she wasn't the person that he thought she was. And I remember he was telling me that he's, had these feelings for this other person, but he didn't know what to do with it. And the more he tried to fight it, the more those feelings became stronger and stronger. He was almost drawn to that person, finding reasons to be around that person. And he said he never did anything because he was trying to do the right thing. I mean, he's a good guy, just in a very awkward situation. And like he said, he didn't want to make a choice that he was going to pay for the rest of his life. But what I told him, and I won't bullshit you. When you ask me for advice, I'll just tell you my honest opinion. I mean, I think that when you feel something, you shouldn't always act on your first instinct. In a certain situation, when you're with someone and you have feelings for someone else, I feel like you should understand those feelings before you act. Understand whether or not it's just a physical thing, whether or not you're not getting something at home, so you just want to get something out here. There's so many different angles, and I don't feel like anybody should make, rush decisions until they're ready to pay for the consequences. But there's also consequences in not acting on something that you feel. You know, it's a very tough place to be into. And no one said that every decision in life is easy. You know, but with his situation, I knew all the different ins and outs. Somebody come to me and just ask me a question like that, I'm not equipped to answer it. But if I'm equipped to answer it, I'll give you my honest opinion. I know the girl that he was with. They're not with each other anymore. The one he has a kid with. You know, and I know that things got very complicated. You know, she wasn't faithful. You know, I mean, we were hanging out one night at a party, and I remember she even said in front of all his friends that she was only with him because he had money. You know, and it was a very toxic relationship. And in that case, I felt like the best advice for him was to, first off, either try to fix the situation or, get himself out of it, because it wasn't doing him any good. It wasn't doing his kid any good. And she wasn't happy because obviously she didn't feel like he was the right one. When two people are in a situation where they don't feel like they should be in, I mean, it's kind of easy. It's an easy decision. It's not easy following through, but, sometimes we make the wrong choices, and sometimes, people live with those choices when they don't have to. It's very complicated sometimes, but sometimes it's very easy. If you're not supposed to be in a situation, don't be in it. But like I said, don't wake up one day and get in a fight with your partner or whatever and assume that, automatically you got to fight or flight. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this guy went through things for years, knowing, trying everything to make it better, and it never got better, it got worse. And at some point, you got to cut your losses. Because at the end of the day, you're not doing either one of you any good. Neither one of you are with the right person. That means you're holding each other back from the right person. Anyway, this story kind of got away from me. As you know, Christmas is coming up. Saturnalia is coming up. I think Hanukkah's coming up, or we already started. I'm not really sure. But for everyone, celebrating anything this month, I hope you have a great time. I hope you surround yourself with people that love you and that you love. And I hope you all the best. Hope you're safe. Be good. Take care. See you soon.